Good morning from the Saanichton Heritage Park on Vancouver Island from BC, Canada. And we're here for the Vancouver Island Model Engineers Spring Meet. In the steaming bays is a great collection of live steam locomotives, some that I've never seen before. There are many ways to transport your locomotive. Mine I carry in the back of my pickup. This thing weighs like 600 pounds. Move it over to the steaming bays on a lift capable of carrying up to 2,000 pounds. I then push it over to the transfer table to move it onto the steaming bays. Other locomotives have been pushed over onto the turntable, while still others have been removed from the trailer onto the lift. Still more larger locomotives in trailers brought in to be unloaded. Others have been pulled over from the roundhouse with an electric switcher. Today there would be 7 different steam locomotives firing up here today. It was a really good turnout. New to the club would be this beautiful 2.5 scale Heisler logging locomotive. So today here we have quite a bunch of steamers, all getting ready.
Supply mogul built in the 1980s. It's diesel burner. It's got a diesel tank in here, so pretty good runner. You know, you can pull a couple cars. It's got an injector, axle pump, hand pump, and yeah, great runner. Pretty fun. Nice safety valves, all that good stuff there.
So how many years have you had this locomotive?
2 years now. 2 years.
2 years,
yep.
Right? And how old are you now?
I am 15.
15
turning 16.
15, and you got your own steam locomotive.
Yeah, I'm pretty lucky.
That's pretty cool. Kaya's got the steam pressure up and he's headed out onto the main line. Go pick up a couple of passenger cars. Fill up the tender with water before heading out on the big loop. While Kai waits at the station, other trains would be making a run around Big Loop. As the day went on, more locomotives would be cruising the tracks. New to the club, the Heisler would prove to be a really good runner. So tell me a little bit about this locomotive here.
This locomotive was built in the late 80s, early 90s by a fella out of Washington State by the name of Dennis Riches. It was sold to an industrial manufacturer up here on the island, and they closed down a couple years ago and offered it up to the club, and Claude and a handful of other folks have been going through and getting it going again and putting it through its paces today.
So this has now become a club locomotive.
This belongs to the club as far as I know, yeah.
That's a pretty awesome locomotive to be a club engine. So how many cars we're going to try and pull here today?
I think we got 18 on here at this point.
18. Now these cars probably weigh 200 pounds each?
A couple hundred pounds. I mean, the turtles are what, 45, 50 pounds a piece, and some of those fiberglass bodies are pretty light. But we've got a couple of gondolas in there with some weight.
The big Canadian Pacific will be out on the track to pick up passengers. But it's not the only Canadian Pacific. There's a smaller one running on the racetrack here today. So tell me about this little engine here.
Well, it's a model of a Canadian Pacific K1A, of which there were two built by the CPR. This particular model was built by a guy called Jack Hewitson. The model was built in 1947.
This was built in 1947?
Yeah.
Wow.
But it actually has seen very little running. I bought the engine about 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah, being a coal burner, that's a lot of work to run one.
It can be a handful.
It's what we call fun.
There you go. at the other small-scale locomotives running here today. Your engineers having a good time. Back on the ground track, the bigger locomotive would show off their power by pulling several cars. Well, it's time for me to take my Shay out for a ride. After going back to the station, picking up more passengers for another ride. Go with another load of passengers. Back in the yard, more trains would be made up.
What's that cross right
out onto the main track. Well, everyone had a good time here today, whether it was playing with their locomotives or going for a ride on the train. Thanks for coming along. Watch last year's video of the fall meet.